Good evening, I'm Danica De Giorgio and welcome to a program devoted entirely to lefties losing it. Bill and Hillary Clinton's video depositions on their ties to Jeffrey Epstein have been released, and as expected, Hillary acted like an unhinged lunatic.
I'm going to answer your question.
Now you're going to yell
This
at
was
me?
what I spent
You're
my
going to yell at
time
me.
doing.
I'm a survivor trying to look out for other survivors, trying to
and I was taking care of the people who lost 3,000 lives
and now you're being
at World
defiant
Trade
and
Center.
indignant.
I mean, it's the slamming of the hands on the desk for me. This woman is crazy. She is a shouting, screaming banshee. And over 4 hours, she was questioned about hubby Bill in the hot tub, hubby Bill with unknown women, receiving massages even, and with the pedophile Epstein himself. So please, watch and enjoy her just sitting there while her deadbeat husband's misdemeanours are laid out right in front of her.
Clinton was impeached on charges of perjury and obstruction of justice, which directly related to his extramarital affair with Monica Lewinsky. Is that correct?
Yes.
And your husband was impeached for perjury related to sexual behavior, correct?
I didn't understand what you said.
Your husband was impeached for perjury related to sexual behavior, his sexual behavior.
He was impeached for several reasons and then was acquitted in the Senate.
Oh, that stiff upper lip. Please, keep going.
Your husband appears in photos in swimming pools, hot tubs, aboard Jeffrey Epstein's private plane with unidentified young women. We came here today and told this committee, you told this committee that a pattern of behavior demands accountability, correct?
I said that I believe the committee should call anyone who had a substantial pattern and practice of contact with Jeffrey Epstein and his crimes before they came to light.
Does that include your husband?
And after they came to light. You're going to have a chance to question him tomorrow.
Isn't it just delicious? I mean, it must be absolutely exhausting for Hillary. Has to keep making excuses for her husband, Clinton. And as she was giving evidence, a photo from inside was leaked of her. And that is when the raging beast was unleashed and she morphed into a complete lunatic and went into derangement mode.
I'm done with this. If you guys are doing that, I am done. You can hold me in contempt from now until the cows come home. This is just typical behavior.
And how that's permissible.
Before the hearing was.
It doesn't matter. We all are abiding by the same rules.
I will take that down.
Yeah,
So
well.
I would like to take a break at this moment.
Yeah,
I'd like to have
I'm
a
done
conversation.
for now.
I mean, she's truly horrifying, like a wild cave woman who hasn't seen daylight before. And then there was Bill.
Witnesses who testified in the Epstein cases that Epstein said, you quote, like them young. Why would Epstein say that about you?
First of all, that's not true.
Is an intern young?
Yes.
Did you ever think of that when you engaged in an affair with Monica Lewinsky, Bill? Oh, and it got worse.
Do you think a young girl massaging a president is unusual?
I have no idea if it's unusual.
Objection called.
He doesn't know. He's got no idea, apparently. Is that what you meant when Monica Lewinsky was giving you massages, Bill, but elsewhere? And let's not forget, Jeffrey Epstein visited the White House 17 times while he was president, and Clinton flew on the Lolita Express, that's Epstein's plane, 27 times. And now to the left's hissy fits over the US-Israel strikes on Iran, starting with the bitter banshees over at The View, specifically sad old Sonny Hostin.
This is an illegal war. This is an unconstitutional war. Only Congress can wage war and declare war. And so that's the first thing. I think we have to call a thing a thing. So this is an illegal war. This is a presidential war. I thought this was going to be the president of peace. I thought this president wanted to win a Nobel Peace Prize for peace. That is not what I'm seeing. He didn't go to Congress. He didn't go to the UN. He didn't go before the American people.
Honestly, why is this woman always so hysterical? Get some help. Get some help for this chronic and acute case of TDS. It's not normal. About as abnormal as sacked CNN host Don Lemon.
You want to know how Donald Trump's lying? His lips are moving. He is so full of I'm the president of peace. I'm going to stop all these wars. I'm going to get us out of the endless wars. He always says that about other people, about himself.
Look, Trump lives in this guy's head rent-free. I mean, these unhinged shrills don't actually realise that Iran wanted this. And then there's the Ken doll of California, Gavin Newsom, who's taken a break from the palatial mansion to give this PSA on the Middle East.
Donald Trump spent more time talking about his ballroom than he did about the loss of those lives. Review the tape. Spend more time talking about the curtains and his ballroom than he did the 4 service members that died because of his operation in his declaration of war without congressional consent. He still has not articulated clear vision of what the end game is, period, full stop.
Period, full stop. Why don't you get back to your miracle hair growth cream application? And what is it with the Democrats' obsession with lying?
Their argument that there was an imminent threat of nuclear attack on the American people is bogus on its face. We know the Iranians don't have that capacity.
No, never mind. Iran was building up its nuclear arsenal and persisting with its ballistic missile program, threatening the West on the daily. But no. Bogus. And then there's Representative Hakeem Jeffries.
There's nowhere in the United States Constitution where it says that we are to be the policemen and women of the world. I mean, that's the reality. Yes, we are the leaders of the free world at this particular point in time, but there's a role for the United States to play in terms of diplomacy, building coalitions.
Well, let me expose the hypocrisy. I present Democrat vision of years gone by that's come back to haunt them.
I want the Iranians to know that if I'm the president, we will attack Iran. Whatever stage of development they might be in their nuclear weapons program in the next 10 years, during which they might foolishly consider launching an attack on Israel, we would be able to totally obliterate them.
Saying that the president did not need authorization initially and still does not need any authorization from Congress on Libya?
Yes.
I wish that was played to Nancy right now. And now to some serious Trump derangement syndrome. A couple has been refused service at Smoothie King because the guy was wearing a Trump sweater.
We were just wanting a smoothie and you literally looked at us and I asked you if everything was okay. You said we don't feel comfortable serving you because of my husband's hoodie. Yes. That is discrimination. Okay, well, have a great day. That is illegal.
I mean, can you believe it? A sweater has sent the lefties. And this is the delightful creature behind it.
Usually the day right after Black History Month. And that's when Torta asked us if there was an issue, and that's when my coworker said, like, yeah, we're uncomfortable because of your sweater, of your husband's sweater, and she was taking an order on the headset for the drive-through, and then so that's why I was doing most of the talking, because you know she was attending to the customer, so that's why, like, yeah, like we are uncomfortable, and then that's when he immediately gets loud. As you can see, guys, in my video, we're just saying like, yeah, like we're uncomfortable, blah 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 blah, and then he immediately gets loud like, discrimination, you're discriminating against us.
Why do they all look and sound the same? Very strange. Well, Hollywood's back at it again, by the way. Here's actress Sophia Bush trying to separate people by the colour of their skin.
As the white friend at this event, I'm going to go ahead and say to the women who look like me, to the men who look like me, it's incredibly important to remember that so much of what we love in America comes from Black culture, and white people need to show up for Black people the way they show up to be entertained by Black culture. So given who's in office and given what we're seeing happening to Black and brown communities in our country, we better get our together.
And one last thing. Remember how everything was going to be free in New York under Zoran Mamdani? Newsflash, it's not.
What he promised was a free bus for everybody, grocery stores run by the government for, you know, poor people to get food, which is a good thing, I think. And that rent was going to go down. Those were like the big three things he promised everybody. So today he's got his first meeting with the city about the budget. And what he says is, I'm raising property taxes on everybody by 10%, okay? Rent's not going to go down, actually. He's draining $1 billion from the rainy day fund, which I don't even know what that is, but it doesn't sound good. And none of the free stuff that he promised is actually happening.
Who would have thought? You get for what you pay for, after all. Have a listen to this Iranian woman absolutely giving it to the deluded Democrats.
Democrats are brainwashed. I don't understand how you guys can support the killing of 40,000 people over the past 3 weeks, but yet when Trump bombs Iran, this is what they were asking for. They were asking to be bombed so that the government can go away. Now you guys are upset that like an elementary school of children was killed. Well, what about all the 40,000 people that were killed before? This doesn't make any sense. You guys are fake humanitarians.
I mean, perfectly said. She's not wrong, is she? Because the Democrats and the left have absolutely lost their marbles over the Iranian strikes, even though this was a murderous regime and one with its finger on the nuclear trigger. And this is what freedom looks like. Have a look at the Iranian women's national football team who refused to sing the national anthem of the Islamic regime at the Asian Cup. This is courage, this is bravery, and the hope for freedom is now in song.
Formerly Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Khamenei is dead, 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 dead. Ayatollah Khamenei is dead.
Play that at nightclubs. Absolutely love it. And look, from that banger to now, well, this flapping chicken.
To take out the Supreme Leader, it doesn't matter what I think of Iran. It's up to the Iranian people. It's not up to the United States and the European Union and everybody else to tell a sovereign country how they should run their country. And they were not threatening anybody.
Seriously, shut up, you hysterical imbecile. I mean, the left are seriously so dumb, deranged and delusional. They weren't threatening anybody, she says. Well, how about you take yourself to downtown Tehran and find out? And thank God this woman put her in her place.
You know what we're doing? We're Iranian. I don't know what they are doing.
Exactly. Now, back to the Democrats. They are tying themselves in knots of hypocrisy after these comments resurfaced of Nancy Pelosi, where she defended the then Obama administration's decision to strike Libya without the congressional authorization that she believes Donald Trump should have got before he struck Iran.
Saying that the president did not need authorization initially and still does not need any authorization from Congress on Libya?
Yes.
And now have a listen to House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries' word salad when he was asked about this on Fox News.
Back in 2011, Nancy Pelosi said that then President Obama didn't need congressional approval to bomb Libya. Now House Democrats say President Trump needs that approval to bomb Iran. What's the difference?
Well, obviously, Libya and the circumstances connected to that were very different than the circumstance that we face in Iran right now. I mean, I don't even understand the genesis or basis of that question. Not suggesting that you're not asking it in good faith.
Libya went on for 7 months.
As I've indicated, first of all, it was not in Congress at the time. So we're dealing with what we're dealing with right now, which is a catastrophic, endless war.
I mean, he can't even pretend to plead ignorant when he really and truly is as thick as two planks of wood. Meanwhile, Nancy Pelosi has released a statement saying she stands by Obama's decision not to seek congressional approval on Libya. She says there is an absolute distinction between the limited military operations in Libya and the broad escalating war with Iran initiated by President Trump. I mean, she's grappling, as usual, grappling at straws and is a complete and utter embarrassment. And now it's time for derangement gone mad. Why is it always the white liberal women that are number one in the lunatic asylum ranks?
And literally, if you have any part to play in the American military industrial complex, literally, you. I hope you never make it home. I'm so serious.
So hang on a minute. She actually says heroic US troops who put their lives on the line for the country should never make it home? I mean, these lefties do not actually value lives, but of course they will tell you they are the most loving and tolerant of them all and will even use force when necessary, as this guy found out.
Why don't you leave America? Why don't you leave?
You hate this imperialist country. Why don't you leave? When Iranian women were raped and murdered by their government, none of you said shit. You're fake activists. Why don't you speak about the 50,000 Iranians who were killed? And I want to call out the fact that you pretend, oh, don't touch me. Meanwhile, you're all preventing me from moving where I want to go. And I'm going to go. That's okay. You can't false imprison me, you fucking fake terrorist cosplaying children.
I mean, they're absolutely crazy, aren't they? And let's be honest, none of those cosplaying children would even have jobs. They just hop from one protest to another so that they can feel so much better about themselves. And speaking of white liberals, never underestimate their stupidity.
Saudi Arabia said to Trump on a few days ago, no way, you're not going to use our military bases. Saudi Arabia is now against UAE. So it's Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and Jordan, I think, and Turkey and Egypt. I'm confused of all, but there's the Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Qatar said, America, if you want to bomb Iran, you're not going to use our bases. That's it. Finished. Finished.
Yep, she's got no idea. No idea, has she? And guess what? We're actually confused by you too, love. And speaking of confusion, CNN's Abby Phillip just got demolished on her own show.
If bombs dropping on the nuclear program and destroying them last year didn't help move forward those objectives of deterring the regime, why do we think that suddenly this is going to do the same thing?
Because the people who weren't deterred are now dead.
I mean, I don't know how Scott Jennings does it. I don't know. Give the guy a medal for bravery for even taking part. Now, can someone please do a welfare check on Nick Fuentes?
Just look at Trump and you're filled with disgust. You look at him, he's a totally diminished figure. Watching him on Friday declare this war in his sad little hat, no tie, with a black curtain, he's 80 years old, he doesn't even care. You look at Trump and it's like, I don't know you. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you are. You are demonic. You are a demonic force.
And your hands are demonic. I mean, the guy is seriously unhinged. He claims there that Trump is a diminished figure. The president just took out the leader of a murderous regime in a daylight operation. That does not scream diminished to me. It screams boss. And now here's Jasmine Crockett with her latest crock of you-know-what.
Let me tell you something. I am here because this is truly life or death. We have an administration that is not only killing people, but is a dream killer right now.
And to crazy Kamala Harris, who's back on the wines, back on the gin and tonic, back on the word salads, and backing up illegal immigrants.
Minneapolis, just look at what we've been seeing. It's so fantastic. People coming out with their whistles, their smartphones and videotaping, and, you know, with perfect strangers and in aiding perfect strangers. It's been so beautiful to see. And again, this is what I mean about we have the light inside of us.
Don't you love it when the left fall flat on their hypocritical faces? Well, that's what happened in Manchester when a mourning event for the Ayatollah was crashed by Iranians celebrating his death. Oh, we love to see it. And they're holding a Trump picture. They love him. And how about Kamala Harris getting walloped by this Iranian?
He has put American troops in harm's way. I unequivocally oppose this war of choice.
But I have to say, I am tired of seeing some politicians here in America, especially Democrats, making this about their own politics, scoring political points like Kamala Harris. Suddenly, she kept quiet about the massacre. Suddenly, she found a voice.
Yes, Kamala found her voice and probably a bottle of wine. Well, the representative for Somalia, aka Ilhan Omar, has proven once again why she is a much better fit for Mogadishu than she is America. Here she was on the floor of the House, desperately trying to halt Donald Trump's action against Iran.
Is unilaterally dragging this nation into an illegal and unjustified war with Iran. As someone who survived the horrors of war, I know that bombs do not build peace or create stability. Military strikes will not make us safer.
I mean, she actually has the audacity to stand in front of America and lecture, because to me it seems that she hates the US. Now, I know that you're going to love this. Have a listen to Elizabeth Hasselbeck on The View destroying the dumb bimbos on the rest of the panel who have nothing left to say.
We need a strong border, especially now with our current global situation. And I believe that you may say you don't want border control and you're against ICE, but I actually don't believe you in your daily lives. How many people in the audience here had to go through security to get here? Raise your hand. Just be honest. Otherwise, you go to jail, I guess, for illegal trespassing, right? This is an authorized audience. They had to go through security to get through the border, to get right here, to just hear us talk. We need strong borders more than ever right now. We are being infiltrated.
And let's be honest, they'll never have her back again because she's too good for the rest of them. The suicidally stupid trio, Joy, Whoopi and Sunny, must be beside themselves. Well, good news, folks. It's all over for deranged lunatic and crock of you-know-what, Jasmine Crockett, because she's officially an all-American reject. She's been forced to concede her race for the US Senate in Texas after suffering a humiliating and embarrassing defeat to a lesser-known Democrat, State Representative James Tallarico.
No one. I gotta get through this.
And so now she cries. I mean, it couldn't have happened to a better person.
You're yelling.
You don't want
calm
me
to
down.
Be,
no,
can you please calm down?
Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all talk noise,
down.
and then you
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Chairman,
come and talk shit about her,
just because someone has committed a crime, it doesn't make them a criminal.
I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like fuck. Must have on a beat, bro, deep boat, any rap. He a freak though, man down, call like Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, let them boys to the cross.
Yes, goodbye and good riddance, you race-baiting, in need of anger management classes, utter moron. And yet, right on cue, here are the lefty meltdowns about it.
This is not America! Okay, I'm so upset. I cannot believe this is happening to our country. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, Governor Abbott. All y'all. Shame. Shame. Shame on you guys. This is ridiculous. You're going to do whatever you can to suppress our votes. You already gerrymandered everything.
Yeah, oh dear. Well, at least Jasmine has one fan at least. And have a listen to the guy who's actually won that race, James Tallarico. Is this seriously the best the Dems could come up with?
Is both masculine and feminine and everything in between. God is non-binary.
Right. God is non-binary. OK, then. And it doesn't end there. In fact, he may even be worse than Crockett.
Trans children are God's children, made in God's own image. There's nothing wrong with them. Nothing at all. They are perfect, they are beautiful, and they are sacred.
I mean, this is truly sick. This is peak lunatic asylum. And it won't even shock you to know that he can't even say the word woman.
As citizens. Every one of our neighbors with a uterus became the property of the state.
Neighbours with a uterus? Wow, that is a new one. That's a new one. And now to tampon Tim Walz, who has copped it in Congress. And, well, guess what? He doesn't even know what a woman is either.
What is a woman? Have you learned that lesson? Do you know what a woman is?
I'm the governor of Minnesota, Congresswoman.
You know what
I'm not here to be your prop for your obsession.
So
I
if you
taught
can't
middle school your
define what a
obsession.
woman is, you certainly can't define what fraud is. If you can't even define what a woman is, you can't define fraud. How much money was spent on autism in Minnesota in 2017, Governor?
I don't have those numbers in front of me, Congresswoman.
Did you prepare for this hearing today? Did you do any preparation
I take
for this hearing
Congress
today?
seriously.
I mean, this guy was almost vice president, can you believe? Now, please watch and enjoy this moment.
when Barack Obama was choosing his vice presidential candidate, he had 3 criteria. He wanted to make sure he picked somebody that wasn't as smart as him and had less talent and charisma and couldn't possibly outshine him, so he picked Joe Biden. And then Joe Biden in 2020 used the exact same criteria, and he picked Kamala Harris.
Yeah, and then he actually went on in that clip to say it's very clear why Kamala chose you, Tim, OK? Bottom of the barrel stuff, and ain't that the truth? Now to Elizabeth Warren, who went to a classified briefing only to report back on said classified briefing.
I just left a classified briefing on Iran, and here's what I can say. It is so much worse than you thought. You are right to be worried.
I mean, the propaganda is outstanding. And look, while the world is dealing with a crisis in the Middle East, UK MPs decided to take part in ballroom dancing.
Here we go.